Hey everyone, welcome to the Trendline Investor channel. So today if you're watching this video, it is most likely you're holding Sharda Cropchem and you're looking for a view from someone and you're wondering whether you should be holding or selling this in your portfolio. So watch this video till the end and know my take on why Sharda Cropchem tanked 20% after posting disastrous results. But before we actually look at the video, I'd like to thank all of you who've been liking and commenting on my past YouTube videos, and a special thanks to our very first super thanks contributor, Vijay. So your likes, your comments, your super thanks contribution, all of this, helps me keeps me motivated, and it helps me a long way, in this YouTube journey of mine. So without wasting more time, let's take a look at, Sharda Cropchem, why it fell 20% today. So this stock was one of the first stocks I posted this new year in 2022, and it went up from 380 levels to all the way up to 770, and even now it is trading at 560 levels, and it's up almost 45%. So let's first analyze why the stock fell 20% today. So taking a look at the screener.in, which I usually use for my analysis, and if you take a look at the quarterly figures which was posted today, right? So if you take a look at the quarterly figures, you can see that the company reported a revenue of 825 crores in Q1 of this year, financial 23, and compared to 623 crores in the Q1 of financial year 2022. Now, that's still a 15% jump in the overall revenues, which is decent, which is not very bad, not very less, right? But the biggest problem was the drastic drop in the operating margin. So it fell from 18% to all the way to 6%. Here, if you see, we see that 6%. And, both the operating margins and the PAT has hit an, 6-quarter low. So why did the operating margins and PAT drop so much? Now that's one of the biggest questions that all of us are asking, and most of people on Twitter are asking why has Sharda Cropchem fell so much in just one day. So I see three reasons why this company, what this company has mentioned in the annual report. The first reason is Sharda Cropchem as a company, has majority of its business in Europe. So it basically receives the revenue in euros. So what does this mean? So previously, if the company was making €1 in sales, it used to receive, let's say, 85 to 90 rupees. So that was the conversion rate of Euro INR. And now if they receive €1 in revenue, they are receiving around 80 rupees. Now, if you look at the last 1 month or so, it has been trading around the 80 range. Now, because the currency has depreciated, like let's say around 10%, the revenue also has, will see a significant drop of around 10%, but they have managed to keep their revenue still, increased overall. The second point is that majority of the revenue, raw material they import is from China, and they pay in US dollars for all the raw materials that they purchase. So previously, let's say if they had to, pay $1, which was around 60 rupees, they have to buy raw materials. So if they have to buy $1 worth of raw materials, they have to pay 60 rupees. And now for the same $1, they have to pay now almost 70 to 80 rupees, which is a very drastic increase in the overall cost that they spend just to purchase the raw materials. Now, the third reason, apart from the first two reasons I mentioned, is the company has lost around 43.2 crores in forex, and that's one of the biggest culprits. And if you look here, the company has also posted this in their overall in their presentation, and here they clearly mention that their biggest problem was, as I mentioned, has been from Europe, raw material cost, and that has been one of the biggest impact. And if you look at the previous presentation here, they clearly mentioned that 43.2 crores is the forex loss that they've taken. So for me, this quarter results, from my perspective, it looks like a one-off dip in results, and this, because of the euro and dollar weakness, and it might continue for maybe another quarter or two. But for me, it's just a one-off result. So that's my fundamental take. You can go through the PPT from what the company has posted for this quarter. Now, second part, let's take a look at the technical analysis. So the stock actually had a very major breakout, back in Jan 2022. That's when I posted for the first time. And, actually the stock had a major breakout in Jan, and then it went all the way up. So I'm just going to draw this, line over here. I'm just going to show you what is my opinion on, technical analysis, whether the stock will go down or go up, right? So if you take this line and if you just draw this here, you see that there's a major support for this stock around the levels of 500, which is the low of in the month of Feb. If you see, we hit a low of 500.25, and here if you see the stock took support on 550 levels. Again, here the stock took support around 560 levels. So for me, that level of 500 to 560 is a very, very major support zone. And I don't see the stock, coming below that zone anytime soon. So keeping a stop loss of 500, I'd still hold on to the stock from a long-term perspective. You're still sitting on decent gains, so don't give up on those gains and don't lose faith. This is a one-off result, and probably the stock might find support around the 500 to 550 levels. So remember, 30 to 50% corrections are pretty normal in stocks. Even large cap companies like TCS and Infosys, they correct 30%. So a company like Sharda Cropchem, which is the mid cap space, correcting 50% or correcting 30 to 50% is just a normal correction in a long term perspective. So you might tend to gain much more if you are able to withstand this short term duration. But the only thing I want to highlight today is if you have more than 5% allocation in your overall portfolio for Sharda Cropchem, then definitely it's not a good thing. You might want to exit right away if you have profits and save your capital. But if you have anything less than 5% or anything around 2.5% to 5%, then continue to hold on to the stock with the stop at 500, probably on a weekly closing basis as well, because the results are out now. I don't see much volatility in the stock, so you can keep a 500 weekly closing basis stop and hold on to the stock. Okay, so my final conclusion before I drop off is I think the overall I think the stock has reacted very badly just to one-off results, which has happened because of the weaknesses in euro and dollars. It may continue for another quarter or two, but overall the stock should hold on to 500 550 levels, and I don't see that stock closing below that. So I hope you enjoyed my analysis on Sharda Cropchem. If you did like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like this video. Until I see another video, take care, stay safe and trade safe. Bye bye.